put SPF 50 on my kids and they're darker than me.
Oh, use 50 on the girls.
50.
She said
baby.
she said 50 is the like minimum you should be using, and I was like, shit.
I don't feel like it works after 50. Like when people are like, oh, SPF 70, like, yeah, okay. It's just 100% skin protection. It doesn't even work. The sun still comes at you. If you're milk white and you have red hair and like freckles, I get it why you need to protect yourself. But like kids with olive skin or like a darker skin tone, like are protected a little more because that's just the natural tones of their skin.
Well, that's
like
what
it's
I said
weird
about myself, but now I'm getting sunspots.
Well, I am too, but like people are like, oh, you're really not that tan. You spray tan. I'm like,
no, you don't.
Let me tell you, this is the palest I posted a picture when I was at Jenks the other day, and someone's like, oh my God, let's be serious, people. Like, yeah, she's tan, but it's not just the sun. She's obviously using additional ways. And I'm like, what do you think I'm doing?
No.
Like, she's like, you're obviously spray tanning. I'm like, hold on. You think I sit out in the sun and then spray tan? What am I, an addict? Like, no, I don't do that. This is how dark my skin naturally gets.
What are you, tan mom? You carry your gun around with you
I can't
to the beach?
spray myself at the beach. Like, no, and that was like 3 hours. I've been on the sun for a total of maybe 10 hours this whole summer, and this is how dark I am already.
Yeah, so my doctor gave me prescription stuff for the sunspots now. Jeez. But do you think I'm going to stay out of the sun? No, it's so bad. And I hate them too. I fucking hate them.
You know what it is? Because the sun makes you feel so healthy. The sun, the tanner you are, the less cellulite you have. Mm-hmm. The skinnier you feel, the healthier you feel. You feel like you're glowing. It's so weird. Like, I everything about the sun makes me happy, in a good mood. And then like fall comes and you're like, oh my God, I'm still so tan in the fall. And you get to do like fall stuff, which is my favorite.
It lasts until like November-ish, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're like,
I wake up on my birthday and I'm like, here I am, pale as shit again.
And old as fuck.
Yep. Another year older, another day paler. Cheers. All over the place.
Ruin the equipment.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk to Dr. Walter. So you guys have heard all about Dr. Walter, but we wanted to have her on the show because,
first of all, when you hear her voice, you're going to just instantly be calm because she's just so sweet and cute.
Sweet. Give a visual of Dr. Walter. We'll also post this on social media, but
she's like this petite little nothing. She's so adorable with the cutest style with her lab coat over it.
Like she had on these like super trendy like pants,
like palazzo pants that were like florally with like a what is it, a knotted like blouse top with it, and then her lab coat, and I'm like, who the fuck makes a lab coat trendy and cute? Like, oh my God, we loved it. We kept complimenting her. We're like, can you stand in front of this wall because it makes you look so like earthy and like cute and trendy and hip.
So I just love her. She's so gentle, and you know when she does, you notice when she does your nose, she goes ow.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! Every time there's, oh my God, it was so cute. You guys will hear it on the video.
Ow, little pinch.
Whenever she thought like it may hurt, she was like, ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, it's done.
It's done. Like almost like you're a kid. It helps.
So calming. I was like, you're right. It's a very little ouch.
All right, let's get Dr. Walter on the phone and let's quiz her on all things. Let's talk to her about Tracy's.
You know what? I want to know about like stuff that she knows because she's been in this business. So I want to know like stuff she knows that we don't know. Dr. Walter.
I'm so glad to finally have on the show our favorite doctor, Dr. Walter.
I think we talk about her like every day.
Hi,
it's
Doc.
annoying.
Doc's always like, call me Breeza. And I'm like, no,
you're Dr. Walter. The respect factor. You have a degree.
Thank you for today. It was awesome.
Oh my God. I cannot. You guys, she's been telling me since I last went there for Botox, which, hold on really quick. Do we know when I was last there? Do we know about the time? I think I had just had Julian, no?
Yes.
I think I was there around when I had just had the baby because I was showing her like little pictures.
Yes.
So that was a year ago. And I went back today and she told me I still don't need Botox again because my face holds the Botox so well. But I was last there and she told me about this 10-minute nose job. And I was so intrigued. But like, you know, being a mom, I have like no time to get up here. But
just to say something about the Botox really quick, when you start getting Botox earlier, you have muscle memory. So you can train yourself to reduce the amount of expression that you make. And that's probably why your Botox lasts so long, because you retain the muscle the way it is.
And I'm very aware that like I have it and I try not to overly make expressions.
Yes.
Even when I'm explaining to people like, look, I have Botox. I can't lift my eye. I still don't even try as hard to like lift it because I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to.
And the best thing to do.
For somebody that has never done Botox, but they're a little bit younger and they go, well, I only have a wrinkle or two. Can you explain why it's better to start now than as opposed to when you have a full forehead of wrinkles?
When you're young, you have great collagen, elastin composition of your skin. So you can keep your skin healthy and tight by getting preventative Botox or prophylactic Botox. Once you have formed lines and wrinkles, that means those lines need to plump up. You need to really hold and iron out the fine lines, wrinkles over time. And the Botox will definitely help if you get it between 3 months, 4 months, and keep it really, really tight. But that would be a therapeutic injection of
Ooh,
Botox.
therapeutic injection. I
I
like
feel like
that.
when you
Mhm.
wait, don't the lines become like embedded in your skin that it takes so much more of an effort? Like you have to get it
Yes,
way more than you would if you were to get it once a year.
absolutely. And that's why if you train yourself to reduce the amount of expression that you make, not to be expressionless, but just to control the contraction of your muscles so that it doesn't pull and bend your skin over and over and over again. And it doesn't mean that you are overly expressive in certain situations. It could just be that in front of the computer you're just looking very hard and you're concentrated, and expressions that we don't even know or are
Mm-hmm.
aware of
Ooh.
that you need to
I
control.
feel like I was doing it right now.
I
I tried to
tell
relax my face.
it's so
I
weird.
can't do it.
I tell my kids all the time, like whenever they make like silly faces, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are so silly. And then like they'll do something where they pull on their skin and I'm like, oh my God, don't do that. I was like, you're gonna get
Don't do
wrinkles.
that.
And they when I'm like, what has mommy taught you? And they literally say like pulling your skin gives you wrinkles. And I'm like, good. If I've taught you anything, it's that you just don't
How to
like
stay young
yeah,
forever.
like your skin is so important. And I feel like people like they don't think about it because it's there,
Yeah.
like, but they don't think about taking care of it. Like, yeah, they wash it and they like moisturize, but like they don't like the way they take their makeup off is awful. You're always supposed to pull from the
Oh
inside
my God,
outwards.
I
No,
know. Yes.
like
Yeah.
those are little things that like do so much for your skin.
Doc, and can
And your
you
skin is your largest organ in the body,
Yeah,
and it's a barrier to everything. So you have to keep it healthy.
keep it right, keep it tight.
And
Damn, I need
yes,
doctor friends.
yes.
Look how cool she talks.
She's so cool. She's so smart.
Dr. Walter, so
Yes.
talk to us about like so I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, I can't afford Botox. Like I'd love to do it, but that's too expensive for me." Is Botox really that unaffordable? Is it something that I think, if you're getting your nails done, manicure, that stuff adds up and I don't think
Massages
I don't think Botox is that far out
out
there.
of the price
Yeah.
range.
No, it's really not, especially if you're getting Botox and you're starting at a young age, you're just going to be on a maintenance dose. You also have to be aware of the type of practice that you choose to go to, someone that is going to charge per area versus charging per unit. You have to educate yourself on the cost analysis, the type of practice that you go to,
So it should
and you
be
have to
per unit, right?
it should be per unit. A lot of practices now are charging per area.
Wow.
Botox is expensive to purchase. That is true. And if you're running a very large practice, you need to profit out of a very expensive product. So, one way that physicians in a big group decided to do that is regardless of how many units you get on your forehead, on your glabella, on your crow's feet, the glabella is the 11s, the ones between your
The
brows.
ones that I don't get.
I was like, what's your glabellas?
They charge regardless 20 units per area. So someone who's in their mid 20s shouldn't be
Whoa.
getting quote unquote 60
Whoa.
units
No.
And
of
I
Botox.
mean, you did mine a year ago. You gave me 12 shots and that was it. And that was all completely
Mhm.
over my head. The first time I ever did Botox, I did 25 spots.
Mhm.
And that was 5 years ago. After that, I did 20. Then I did 18. Now I'm down to
Right.
12. And like, it's
So,
been a
yeah.
year and it's still lasting me.
That's a great example of how you can go down in your maintenance dose. If you are really good and diligent about training your muscles and getting Botox without lapsing too much time, everybody knows themselves better than anyone else. If you know that you have not trained your muscles yet, then you have to go a little bit more often. You have to invest first, and then you reap the benefits later. and you can decrease the amount of units. I have patients that come to me and they haven't had Botox for 5 years, and they say, "Oh, well, last time I had Botox, I only needed 20 units." They've aged over 5 years.
Yeah.
And I tell them, well, you're in your 40s now, you were in your mid 30s 5 years ago. So
Yeah.
the elastin, the collagen, everything breaks down, unfortunately, a little bit faster when you age, all that sun damage. So you can't compare 5 years ago
Mm-hmm.
to from 35 years old to 40. Today you're going to need 40 units, not 20,
True.
to get you back there. But if you
Right. And
keep
that's because she
coming,
lost maintenance, right? She lost
yes,
track
she
of
lost
maintenance. Yeah.
maintenance. Right, right.
And doc, doesn't like a good doctor too, like not like just because your forehead might have some wrinkles, it doesn't mean you need to do every square inch of the forehead.
Doesn't it
Correct.
seep out like spread? Like the more once you leave, aren't you supposed to like try to move your forehead and play with your skin a little just so it like moves
Mm,
around?
No, not.
That's
I mean,
fake
there
news.
are.
Oh,
there,
fake
there
news.
are.
Told you to do
Yeah.
that. That's not
I
good.
figured that like if you moved like up and down, like it would
No,
do
you don't
something, but
want
it
it to
doesn't.
There
move.
are.
You don't want it to move
Yeah,
after it's injected.
there are some doctors that will say, okay, once you leave here, just exercise your muscles, work it in, massage your forehead. And it depends really on the constitution. Whenever you buy Botox, it comes in a little tiny powder. You can't even see it in the bottle. It looks like an empty bottle. You have to add saline, which is what you receive in the ER when you go to the hospital.
Hydration.
You have to add a certain amount of saline to the unit vial. The standard dose of a reconstitution is 2.5 mLs. Now, there are some physicians that reconstitute it, what we call in a different ratio, 4 mLs to 100 units. Now, when you constitute it and you dilute the Botox, that means that it's spreading in a larger area. So, for example, if you're doing Botox for the armpit for hyperhidrosis or for sweating,
My husband's done that.
then you have to reconstitute it in a much more dilute form so that it can spread over a larger area. You don't want to do that on the forehead because
Got it.
you don't
Okay,
want it to spread to your brow. Now, if someone reconstituted the opposite way in a 1-to-1 ratio, that means that they are putting a higher concentration of Botox in a very small amount of fluid. So that means that, massage it a little bit,
Is
Oh,
that
because
why my
100
mom got a lazy eye when she did Botox on her?
It probably so. It probably traveled down to the muscle and
Yeah.
it caused the drop.
We had my premiere party and she had a lazy eye.
Aw,
Poor
poor
Joe.
thing. Aw.
But I think that's why it's really important that you know who you're going to see and that they know what they're doing
Yeah.
and they're not trying to
Right.
rip you off or scam you. Don't forget, guys, new clips air every Thursday. So see you next Thursday.
Hosted on dimlywit.com.
Even though we are not your best examples,
We're the best you've got.
so cheers, bitches.
Cheers. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for updates. And if you like this clip, share it with a friend.